Now, we are going to discuss about the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, that is UNESCO. The United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization UNESCO is a specialized agency of the United Nations aimed at promoting world peace and security through international peace, cooperation in education, the science, and the culture. It has 193 member states, 11 associate members, as well as partners in the non governmental, intergovernmental, and private sectors. So, basically, what is UNESCO? UNESCO was founded in 1945 as the successor to the League of Nations International Committee on Intellectual Cooperation. Its constitution establishes the agency's goal, governing structure, and operating framework. UNESCO founding mission, which was shaped by the Second World War, is to advance peace, sustainable development, and human rights by facilitating collaboration and dialogue among nations. It pursues these objectives through five major programs area, that is education, natural sciences, social human sciences, culture, and communication information. UNESCO sponsors projects that improve literacy, provide technical training and education, advance science, protest independent media and press freedom. It also preserves the religion and cultural history and promote cultural diversity. UNESCO is governed by the General Conference composed of member, state and associate member which meets biannually to set the agency's program and the budget. It also elects members to the executive board which was manages UNESCO's work and appoints every 4 year Director General who serves as UNESCO's chief administrator. UNESCO is a member of the United Nations Sustainable Development Group, a coalition of UN agencies and organizations aimed at fulfillment the sustainable development goals. What kind of facts about UNESCO? Some kind of facts about UNESCO, that is, UNESCO missions is to contribute to the building of a culture of peace, the eradication of poverty, sustainable development, and intercultural dialogue through education, the science, culture, communication, and information. Basically, by promoting cultural heritage and the equal dignity of all cultures, UNESCO strengthens bond among nations. Serving as a laboratory of ideas, UNESCO helps countries adopt international standards and manages programs that foster the free flow of ideas and knowledge sharing. In this, the 39th session of UNESCO General Conference elected Audrey Azoulay as Director General of UNESCO and succeeding Irina Bokova. She took office on 15 November for a 4 year term. Currently, member states on 31st December 2000, and they also added Palestine in the list in November 2011, and it has a 195 member states. What kind of main objects of UNESCO? Main objects of UNESCO is to contribute to peace and security in the world by promoting collaboration among nations through education, science, culture, and communication in order to further universal respect for justice, for the rule of law, for the human rights, and fundamental freedom which are aimed. The main object of UNESCO are to ensure that every child has access to a proper education, promoting cultural acceptance between nations while protecting historical sites, improving technological to aid in the distribution of resources and energy, and secure the safety of individual expression and basic human rights. UNESCO's main objective, with the help of activities that comprise prospective studies, transfer and sharing knowledge, standard settings, including international and statutory instruments, the provision of expertise to member states, and the exchange of specialized knowledge. In this, we have to mobilize the science knowledge and policy for sustainable development. We have to fostering cultural diversity, intercultural dialogue, and a culture of peace. And also we have to attaining quality education for all and lifelong learning. In this, we have many overreaching objectives for the organizations are peace, contributing to lasting peace, and equitable and sustainable development, contributing to sustainable development, and the eradication of the poverty. So the organization focuses particularly on two global priorities. First is the Africa and second is the gender equality. Gender equality basically when people of all gender have equal rights, responsibilities, and opportunities. Everyone is affected by gender inequality. Women, men, trans, and gender diverse people, children and families, societies that values women and men as equal are safer and healthier because gender equality is a human right. Gender equality might mean that women and men should be treated equally or differentially. I'm giving you an example here. It may imply that women and men should be paid the same for doing the same work, or that they should be treated with different medicines and methods in order to make the healthcare equal. What kind of principles of UNESCO? Principles of UNESCO basically are non discrimination, solidarity, equality of opportunity, and treatment, and universal access to education, are enshrined in UNESCO's constitution. They underpin the right to education and provide the basis for the organization's legal actions. Principle of respect for all people, understanding the respect for all people, their culture, civilizations, values, and ways of life, including domestic, ethnic, cultures of other nations. Principles of interdependence, awareness of increasing global interdependence between people and the nations. You have to know that each culture has a dignity and value which might be respected and preserved. Every people has the right and the duty to develop its culture. We have to rely primarily on research and training and teaching activities. And with the help of the forms of culture, we have to know about it, the sciences, cultures, and communications for tomorrow world. So in this, we have some standard settings actions that in their rich variety and diversity, in the reciprocal influences they exert on one another. All cultures form part of the common heritages belong to all mankind. In this, we have to develop independent and interdependent life learning strategies, nurture their aspirations, confidence, curiosity, imaginations, self respect, and responsibility to others, and explore and adapt to new ideas in both work and issues. We have to adoption of international instruments. We have to development the policies and project of the forms, that is the technical cooperation. Here we have the UNESCO's governing body. Basically, in the UNESCO governing body, we have a many kind of things. In this we have to telling to you. First of all, the journal conference. Second is the executive board. Third one is director general, and last one is secretariat. So there are governing bodies of UNESCO's. They are the General Conference and the Executive Board. The General Conference meets every 2 years and is composed of representatives of UNESCO member states as well as non-member states and government and non-government organizations. So we will deeply discuss about this, that the World Heritage Committee is the governing body of World Heritage and meets every year. The Intergovernmental World Heritage Committee is responsible for the implementation of the World Heritage Convention, defines the use of World Heritage Fund, and allocates the financial assistance upon request from states' parents. So first of all, we will discuss the General Conference. So the General Conference consists of the representative of the state members of the organizations. It meets every 2 years. The General Conference determines the policies and the main lines of work of the organization. Its duty is to set the programs and the budget of UNESCO. It also elects the member of the executive board and appoints every 4 years the Director General. The working languages of the General Conference are Arabic, Chinese, English, French, Russian, and Spanish. Next one is the Executive Board. So, the Executive Board, in a sense, assured the overall management of UNESCO. It prepares the work of the General Conference and sees that its decisions are properly carried out. The function and responsibilities of the Executive Board are derived primarily from the Constitution and from rules or directives laid down by the General Conference. Every 2 years, the General Conference assigns specific tasks to the board. Other functions stem from agreements concluded between UNESCO and the United States, the specialized agencies, and other intergovernmental organizations. Its 58 members are elected by the General Conference. The choice of these representatives is largely a matter of the diversity of the cultures and their geographical origins. We have to balance is reached among the different regions of the world in a way that will reflect the universality of the organization. So the next one is directive director general. So the director general basically tells us about the all things which are amended by directly, because director general is a that kind of journal. They have to know about all kind of things which are amended in anywhere. So most of member states created national commission for UNESCO, which are actively involved in defining, implementing, monitoring, and assessing the organization's work in their country. There are 199 national commissions throughout the world. Moreover, 184 member states have established and permanent delegations in UNESCO headquarters in Paris. Next one is the Secretariat, the executive organ of UNESCO. On behalf of the Director General, the Secretariat implements the program which is adopted by the member states. At the General Conference, there are more than 2,000 international civil servants working in UNESCO's Secretariat, of which 700 are in field offices. In this, we have properly known that the Secretariat is the executive branch of the organization. It consists of the Director General and the staff appointed by him or her. So basically, the staff is divided into professional and general service categories, about 700 staff and 53 in field offices around the world. So similarly, this is have some field offices where we know about all the categorizations. UNESCO headquarters originally consisted of the conference building, a secretariat building, and a building for the permanent delegations assigned to the UNESCO. The secretariat carries out UNESCO's programs. It is headed by a director general nominated by the executive board. and elected by the General Conference. So, thank you so much. I hope you're clear about the content and context of the UNESCO, which is United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization. Thank you so much.